Morning, everybody. It's 9 o'clock on Monday morning, the 22nd, start of a new week, start of the last trading week of the month, really. Okay, so when I came downstairs this morning at 7:15, the futures were down. They had been down all night, but not like this. Dow was down 281, um, NASDAQ down 200, and S&P down 47. Currently, they've gotten worse. Down 329 in the Dow, so that's 50 more. And actually, the Nasdaq has rallied a little bit from down 200 to down 192. S&P gotten worse, down 47 to down 51. So we got a half hour. We'll see what happens. What we do have is Jackson Hole, and everybody's talking about it. And of course, all of the FOMC members and some of the non-voting members are all, doing their tour, listening to themselves talk. But the bottom line is these guys do not have a handle on inflation. Actually, I shouldn't say it quite like that. These guys have the tools and do have a handle on inflation. The bullshit part is when they talk about things for this year or even the first quarter or half of next year. We're not going to have anywhere near, excuse me, a 2 to 3% inflation rate for years. It's not the way it's built. Currently, we have when they give you the year over year, it's like a moving average. It's 12 months. So the 12th month back comes off, the new month goes in. At that rate, if we had no more increase in inflation, we'd still have 8% inflation or 7% inflation. So don't put too much credence in that. Asia is mixed. Europe is lower. Signify, SGFY. I've talked about it here. I talked about it last week and the week before. Looks like both Amazon and UNH are interested in it. The stock right now is trading substantially higher. It closed at 21. Let me see, 21 um, 20. And right now, take a look. Right now, it's trading 29.91, has a high of 30 and a half, and it's up $8.70 or 41%. So a hell of a nice move. Who knows whether it'll end up being a short-term takeover where you won't see much of a change in the price. But let's remember that as late as mid June, this was an $11 stock. So 11 to 30, let's see what they're going to pay for it on top of that. AMC, the ape dividend, what a crock of crap this is. And it shows in the price of the stock. The stock traded down as low as single digits, 9.98. Last is 10.93. It's down 7.09 or 40%. They can't make up their mind whether it's voting, non-voting, it's units. They're not telling us exactly what's in the units, but if you didn't own it by last Friday, you don't get the dividend, or that's at least what they're calling it. In the meantime, the stock's down 40%. Aaron is just, he should have been a carnival barker. And in fact, he may have been. Okay, DocuSign and Netflix both downgraded. Netflix at CFRA, it's 234.10, down 7. And DocuSign at RBC, it's 63.01, down 291. Tesla's down $19 at 871. That's 2.1%, so not really very much. On the increase of 15,000 for their pure self-driving, which, by the way, we still keep hearing about accidents, and in any event, it's still a beta version. And, if you buy your Tesla before September 5th, you don't get the upcharge. Who knows what it'll actually even be worth. Chart on the screen is the oil. It was down all night, right from the beginning. And it turns out that it is now an inside day so far, so not particularly significant. What is significant is that it keeps on holding above this $90 area. I mean, it's 89.77, which is, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, look at these last 3 or 4 closes, and you see we're still, closing higher. But today the question is, does it make a higher high or does it make a lower low? With the market sentiment the way it is, probably going to go with low, but I still don't think that's particularly significant. Again, if the distillates keep going up, there's no way that it doesn't drag the crude up. And while the crude is down 70 cents, heating oil is up 5.5 cents. So this is the season that we're coming in. And let's not forget nat gas. 987, a clear breakout. High 998.2. This will be double digits, I assume, by the end of the day, unless they blow up the Freeport terminal again. Gold down 21, silver down 40, copper down a little under 3 cents, 2.9 cents. We're long the copper. I don't expect this is, much of a change. We paid 72 to 75 cents for the calls, and they closed at 80 cents. So even a little bit of a downtick doesn't really hurt us. Meats are not open. Softs, cotton up again. Coffee up again. This is so stuck between 205 or 210 and 225. Again, a big move up today, right back into the same area. The high for the day is sitting exactly on the 100-day moving average. I'm going to show you this because we discussed it in our call. We had a Zoom call for charting and questions, so we'll have another one in the next day or so, and I will get the video of it. We recorded it, so you can see it if you missed it. But I'm looking at a Head and Shoulders top here, and it just keeps on refusing to break. This is kind of like the oil at $80. But it's a tough one. Okay, let's see. Bitcoin, last I saw, was down. Nope, Bitcoin down 105. This is what's interesting today, though. Ethereum is down 144. So Ethereum is down about 8%, while Bitcoin is probably down 0.5%. Let me just check those numbers so that we have an idea. Bitcoin is down 0.5%, and Ethereum is down 8%, 8.5%. So it had a bigger run up and made a lot more headway to the upside. But, the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it went from a high of 1961 to today's low of 1529. So that's a tough one. And the bonds are slightly lower, I believe, down, 4/32. That's an eighth of a dollar. And the U.S. dollar is up another 20 cents. Be careful out there. It's tough. I'll be back